So we're gonna hook up and we're gonna find out what temperature this is. Usually I just like to dry a little spot off. Then I hook up my temperature probe. You can see the thing that reads the temperature right there, that element there. Get that on the set, and we're looking at our temperature. We got 53.7 degrees, fluctuating a little, it's normal. So now I'm gonna come back here and we're gonna read this properly, okay? So my temperature is at 40. ECR22, roll it around to 40. So it's lining up with 40. And we got 51 here. So that's 11 degrees of superheat. So the exterior temperature of the pipe should be, we're looking for between 10 and 15 degrees higher than what the temperature of the inside shows, which is, right now it's sitting at about 39 or close to 40. So we are really perfect. We're sitting at about 10 degrees, fluctuating to 11. I can't add any Freon to this because that's on the low side of what we're looking for. Let's just say that this was down at 20 and 45, okay, around there. And we were getting a 50, let's look over here at the line temp, say we were getting a 50 degree line temp. All right, so that would mean the system's low because the difference between 20 and 50 is 30 degrees, which is much too high. That would be considered our superheat. So we're trying to get between 10 and 15 degrees superheat. 12 being maybe the ideal number, but especially on a system like this where we know it has a small leak over a year or two, I would definitely err on the side of being at 10 or so. And it will fluctuate a little bit. Like right now we're at 40, we're at 52, so we're at 12 now. 2 minutes ago it was at 11, then it was at 10. We're perfect. You can't add any Freon to this at all. So I like it. I feel out here I'm discharging a lot of warm air. That means it's working good. My line is nice and cold to the touch. And even more importantly, I got my eyes on the pressures. And the pressures will fluctuate depending on what the ambient temperature and conditions are. If it's extremely hot and humid like it is somewhat today, it'll be a little higher. In the evening, you might even be down at 50, which is fine. It doesn't mean you're low, but the line temp will always be in that, should always be in that range, that 12 degree, 10 to 15 degree range. So we're gonna call it good on this system. We checked it. It's working perfectly, as good as it can. I mean, it's you know, almost 90 out here, so you know, it might not feel as cool inside as it would if it was, you know, 82 degrees outside. But as far as this unit is concerned, it has a proper amount of Freon. And just to recap really quickly on that, we're checking superheat. We go to find R22 on the line. We roll back to where the indicator shows us that we got right about 40 degrees. We go over here, we see we have 52, it's 12 degrees. I like it. It's always going to be warmer on the outside of the pipe, which is what this is reading, this temperature probe. That's reading the outside temperature of the pipe at 52. And the inside Freon temperature is 40, so that's perfect superheat. Now we're close to 11, 40 and 51 and some change, so it's good. The actual pressure, which is the black line on the outside, is more or less for reference, because we really charge by superheat, not so much pressure. Now, you really want to have a load. You know, you don't want to be charging your unit in air conditioning mode when it's 60 degrees outside. You really have to have a load, but today's conditions being close to 90, perfect. We got a good load. We know the unit's working hard and we can feel comfortable. Now we're down, we just hit 10 degrees, now we're at 11. It's gonna fluctuate some. I'm calling this one good. Nothing more we can do here except say that it's got the right amount of Freon, and that's it.